Did you know that a Nobel Prize-winning economist classified countries into 4 categories: rich, poor, Japan, and Argentina? Yes, you heard it right. Simon Kuznets, the man behind this unique classification, saw Argentina as a distinct entity in the global economic sphere. But why Argentina? What makes it so different that it stands apart from the conventional rich-poor dichotomy? Well, the answer lies in its unique history and economic trajectory. Argentina is a country that has experienced both ends of the economic spectrum, from being one of the wealthiest countries over 100 years ago to grappling with economic challenges today. It's a nation that's tasted the sweetness of prosperity and the bitterness of economic downturns, often swinging between the two extremes. So, why did Kuznets separate Argentina from the rest? It's a question that piques curiosity, isn't it? Let's dive into its fascinating history to find out. Over a century ago, Argentina was among the world's wealthiest nations. It was a time when the South American gem was a beacon of prosperity and opportunity, an era where its economy flourished, outshining many of its global counterparts. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Argentina was a land of rapid economic growth. A driving force behind this growth was the nation's abundant natural resources, which fueled a thriving agricultural sector. The country's fertile pampas, expansive grasslands, became the breadbasket of the world. Argentina was a leading producer and exporter of beef and wheat, commodities that commanded high prices on international markets. Accompanying this economic boom was a surge in infrastructure development. Argentina was modernizing at an unprecedented pace. The city of Buenos Aires, the nation's capital, was a testament to this progress. Metro stations sprouted across the city, a feat of engineering and urban planning that even predated similar developments in Tokyo and Beijing. The promise of prosperity attracted droves of immigrants. Approximately 7 million people, drawn from Europe and beyond, flocked to Argentina in search of a better life. These immigrants brought with them a diverse range of skills, contributing to the country's burgeoning industries and adding a rich tapestry of cultures that continues to shape Argentina's identity today. Argentina's wealth was not just economic, but also social. The nation was a pioneer in social legislation, introducing a range of progressive policies and laws that set the standard for other countries to follow. In those golden years, Argentina was a country on the rise, a nation that seemed destined for greatness. Its wealth was not just measured in economic terms, but also in the richness of its culture, the diversity of its people, and the vibrancy of its society. But today, Argentina's economic landscape paints a very different picture. A tale of economic turbulence and challenges awaits, but the spirit of the Argentine people remains unbroken. Their resilience continues to shine, a testament to the nation's enduring strength, despite the storms it has weathered. Today, Argentina grapples with rampant inflation and widespread poverty. A shocking statement to start, but it's the reality of the current economic landscape in this historically rich nation. Let's talk about inflation first. The word rampant barely does justice to the situation. Imagine your grocery bill doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling within a year. That's the reality for many Argentinians, as the country battles one of the highest inflation rates in the world. You see, when prices rise faster than incomes, it's the everyday people who feel the pinch. Poverty is another significant issue. Estimates suggest that about half of Argentina's population lives below the poverty line. That's a staggering figure, especially considering the country's past economic prowess. The reality is that many Argentinians struggle to afford basic necessities, let alone luxuries. Prostitution is legal in Argentina, and its prevalence speaks volumes about the country's economic state. For some, it's a choice. For others, it's a dire necessity in the face of economic hardship. Open drug use is another symptom of the country's economic struggles. It's not uncommon to see people using drugs openly in cafes and other public spaces. This trend reflects a broader societal issue, where people turn to substances as a coping mechanism for economic stress. But it's not all doom and gloom. Despite these challenges, The Economist magazine has ranked Buenos Aires as one of the cheapest places to live. For those with a stable income, the cost of living can be surprisingly affordable. This affordability has made Argentina a magnet for immigrants, who see the country as a place of opportunity amidst the economic turmoil. And that's the paradox of Argentina's economy. On the one hand, you have rampant inflation, widespread poverty, and societal issues like prostitution and drug use. On the other hand, you have a city ranked among the cheapest places to live. It's a complex reality, one that continues to shape the lives of Argentinians and the country's future. Despite these challenges, Argentina remains a place of interest for many, especially immigrants. Argentina has a reputation for being immigrant-friendly. A nation with a rich history of immigration, Argentina has thrived on the cultural diversity and economic contributions of its immigrant population. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw a significant influx of immigrants, with an estimated 7 million people flocking to Argentina, attracted by its then fast-growing economy. Today, Argentina continues to uphold its immigrant-friendly stance. The country's immigration policies are designed to be accommodating, with minimal deportation cases recorded. Unlike some countries where immigration is a contentious issue, Argentina has always welcomed immigrants with open arms. The country's constitution itself guarantees the right to migrate as inviolable, and this has been the cornerstone of its immigration policy. One of the key highlights of Argentina's immigration policies is the accessibility of residency permits and citizenship. The country provides pathways for immigrants to not just live and work here, but also to become part of the Argentine society. It's not uncommon for immigrants to obtain permanent residency within a couple of years of their arrival. And the process of gaining citizenship is also straightforward, especially for those fleeing chaos or war. Argentina has traditionally been a refuge for people seeking a safe haven from social and political upheavals in their home countries. However, it's worth noting that while Argentina's immigration policies are welcoming, the country does have its share of challenges. The economy is grappling with hyperinflation, and social issues like poverty and drug use are prevalent. But despite these challenges, cities like Buenos Aires remain attractive to immigrants thanks to their vibrant culture, friendly people, and relatively low cost of living. In conclusion, Argentina's approach to immigration and residency is one of openness and inclusivity. The country's policies reflect its commitment to uphold the rights of immigrants and provide them with opportunities to thrive. But how safe is Argentina for its residents and newcomers? That's a question we'll delve into in the next segment. So, stay tuned. Crime and safety are pressing concerns in Argentina. In the bustling streets of Buenos Aires, the reality of crime is a shadow that follows closely behind the city's vibrant pulse. It is, unfortunately, a common thread woven into the fabric of everyday life. In the neighborhoods of Palermo and Belgrano, the air of safety is more palpable. These developed areas, with their tree-lined streets and elegant architecture, often feel like safe havens in the midst of the city's hustle and bustle. However, even here, residents and visitors alike must maintain a level of vigilance. Robbery is a prevalent issue across the city. The advice given to locals and tourists is not to resist in the face of a robbery, as the prevalence of weapons can escalate situations dangerously. This is a stark reminder of the risks that exist, even in broad daylight. But the issue of crime in Argentina extends beyond the street corner. The country's crime laws have long been criticized for their ineffectiveness. Too often, criminals are caught, only to be released shortly after. This revolving door of crime and punishment paints a grim picture of a justice system struggling to maintain order. But don't let this deter you. Like any city, Buenos Aires has its share of challenges. However, it's important to remember that danger is not lurking around every corner. Many areas are safe, and most encounters are nothing but pleasant. And despite these issues, the spirit of Buenos Aires remains unbroken. Its people are resilient, navigating these challenges with a blend of caution and optimism. They continue to live, work, and play in a city that, despite its flaws, is home. So, is Argentina safe? The answer, as with many things in life, is not black and white. Yes, there are risks, and yes, crime is a concern. But the vibrant social dynamics and lifestyle of Argentina offer a different perspective. It's a country that, while acknowledging its issues, refuses to be defined by them. Why? Argentinians know how to live life to the fullest, despite economic hardships. Buenos Aires, the country's capital, is a city that never sleeps, a city that thrives on its unique social dynamics and lifestyle. Buenos Aires is a bustling metropolis where the hum of conversation fills the air and the rhythm of tango music is never far away. The city is a testament to the Argentinian spirit, a spirit of resilience, camaraderie, and an unwavering zest for life. This spirit is reflected in the city's unique culture of dog walking services, a simple yet endearing aspect of everyday life that speaks volumes about the city's love for their four-legged companions. In Buenos Aires, tolerance is not just a concept, it's a way of life. The city thrives on a high level of acceptance and non-interference among its people regarding life choices. This acceptance extends to the city's approach to social liberalism, with legal marijuana use and frequent women's rights protests, making Buenos Aires a beacon of progressive values in Latin America. Yet, it's not all about the hustle and bustle of city life. The Argentinian lifestyle also includes a deep appreciation for relaxation and leisure. The city's many parks, cafes, and plazas are filled with people enjoying a mate, a traditional Argentinian drink, engaging in lively conversations, or simply soaking in the sun. Buenos Aires is a melting pot of cultures, where tradition blends seamlessly with modernity. It's a city where every street corner is a potential dance floor, every cafe a theater for passionate political debates, and every park a sanctuary for those seeking a moment's respite from the city's frenetic pace. But beneath the vibrancy and vivacity of Buenos Aires lies a complex reality. The city's spirited lifestyle is a stark contrast to the economic challenges it faces. Rampant inflation and economic disparities present a stark contrast to this vibrant social life. But it's this very contrast that makes Buenos Aires what it is. A city of resilience, a city of joy, a city that, despite its challenges, knows how to live life to the fullest. The value of the Argentine peso is a clear indicator of the country's economic challenges. Argentina's economy is a complex tapestry of prosperity and adversity. The currency, the Argentine peso, is a glaring representation of this. Imagine this: $1 is equivalent to about 1,000 Argentine pesos. This severely high exchange rate is a testament to the country's rampant inflation. But what does this mean for the people of Argentina? Inflation, in simple terms, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. As inflation surges, every peso buys a smaller percentage of a good or service. The result? The cost of living skyrockets, making it increasingly challenging for locals to afford basic necessities. Now let's talk about goods. Argentina has hefty import taxes and a shortage of dollars in the country. These two factors combined make certain goods not just expensive, but scarce. So, if you're yearning for that imported delicacy, you might have to dig deep into your pockets, or worse, not find it at all. But here's a twist. While inflation primarily affects Argentine citizens, it's a different story for immigrants, especially those earning in dollars. For them, life in Argentina can be relatively cheap. Their dollar-based incomes, in contrast to the devalued peso, allow them to enjoy a lower cost of living. This is one reason why Argentina continues to attract a steady flow of immigrants, despite its economic struggles. So, you see, economic disparities and inflation are not just dry economic terms. They shape daily life in Argentina, influencing everything from what's available in the grocery store to how much you need to earn to live comfortably. They're a part of the ebb and flow of life in this vibrant, complex, and paradoxically beautiful country. Inflation and economic conditions also affect living conditions and employment. But that's a story for another scene. Stay tuned. In Argentina, living on the streets is a choice for some and a necessity for others. This statement may seem shocking, but it's a reality for many Argentinians. The economic conditions have pushed some to opt for living on the streets rather than bearing the burden of rent and bills. This way, they can take advantage of social assistance programs, a lifeline for those struggling financially. Let's talk about unemployment. It's a significant issue here. Approximately 10 million people in Argentina are either unemployed or rely heavily on state assistance. That's a huge number, isn't it? This situation is a direct result of the economic instability the country has been facing for years, making job creation and retention a challenge. With such high unemployment rates, it's not surprising that many people feel they have no choice but to live on the streets. It's a harsh reality, especially when coupled with the country's hyperinflation, making everyday items incredibly expensive. Now let's talk about money. In Argentina, withdrawing money in dollars from ATMs can be a problem due to currency devaluation. The value of the Argentine peso has plummeted, making the dollar a hot commodity. But with limits on dollar withdrawals, accessing this currency can be a challenge. So, what does this mean for the average Argentine? Well, it means that they may struggle to afford basic necessities, and it's not uncommon for them to resort to bartering goods and services to get by. But it's not all doom and gloom. Despite these challenges, Argentinians are resilient and resourceful. They've found ways to navigate this difficult economic landscape, whether through bartering, relying on social assistance, or finding innovative ways to make ends meet. Life in Argentina may be tough, but it's also full of warmth, culture, and a strong sense of community. The Argentinians are a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and persevere, even in the face of adversity. Despite these challenges, the cultural and family life in Argentina remains strong. The people here are proud of their heritage, their country, and they continue to stand tall despite the obstacles they face. Argentines are a patriotic people, deeply attached to their families and culture. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating aspect of Argentina. Amidst the economic hardships and daily challenges, there lies the beating heart of this resilient nation, its people. An enduring sense of patriotism and a deep bond with family form the backbone of Argentine society. In Argentina, family isn't just an important aspect of life, it's the essence of it. Young adults often continue to live with their parents well into their 30s or even 40s, creating a vibrant intergenerational dynamic. This isn't seen as unusual or a sign of dependence. Instead, it's a testament to the strong familial bonds that are a trademark of Argentine culture. The Argentine zest for life extends beyond the family home. Despite the economic issues, Argentines maintain a spirited social life. They relish the simple pleasures, like a leisurely meal with friends at a local cafe, or a late-night gathering in one of Buenos Aires' many vibrant districts. The low gasoline prices make these social outings more accessible, allowing Argentines to enjoy their rich culinary and social culture. An interesting aspect of Argentine socializing is the emphasis on face-to-face interactions. Even with the spread of digital communication, Argentines prefer the warmth of personal contact. This preference for personal connection is a reflection of the importance they place on relationships and community. Patriotism is another cornerstone of Argentine culture. Despite the country's hardships, Argentines are fiercely proud of their nation. Their patriotism is not just a passive sentiment, it's a driving force, a form of resilience that helps them navigate through the challenges they face. This sense of pride extends to Argentina's rich cultural heritage. From the passionate rhythms of tango to the captivating narratives of their literature, Argentines are ardent custodians of their cultural legacy. They are also renowned for their hospitality, welcoming visitors with open arms to share in their cultural experiences. So, while Argentina may be dealing with economic struggles, the richness of its cultural and family life remains unscathed. The Argentine spirit, characterized by deep familial bonds, vibrant socializing habits, and unwavering patriotism, continues to thrive. This rich cultural life extends to Argentina's tourism and attractions. From icy south to warm north, Argentina has diverse climates and landscapes. This nation's beauty is as varied as its weather, offering a multifaceted experience to every traveler. Start your journey in Buenos Aires, the capital city, or the birthplace of the tango, and a haven for arts and culture lovers. The city's Parisian-style architecture, vibrant nightlife, create an irresistible allure. Explore the colorful neighborhood of La Boca, walk around the sophisticated Recoleta, or visit San Telmo with its antique stores and tango performances. But Argentina is not all about Buenos Aires. Venture beyond the capital to experience the country's diverse landscapes. From the lush jungles of Iguazu in the north to the glacier-filled landscapes of Patagonia in the south, Argentina is a nature lover's paradise. Embark on a journey to the wine region of Mendoza, nestled in the foothills of the Andes. Here you can savor some of the world's finest Malbec wines, visit vineyards, and enjoy breathtaking views of the Andes. For those seeking a taste of Argentina's wild side, there's the Valdez Peninsula. Let's go World Heritage Site. This wildlife sanctuary is home to an array of animals, from sea lions and elephants to Magellanic penguins and southern right whales. And of course, there's Ushuaia, the world's southernmost city. Nestled on the Beagle Channel, it's the gateway to Antarctic adventures and a hub for outdoor activities, including hiking, skiing, and wildlife viewing. For the culture seekers, the northwestern region offers a glimpse into the country's indigenous roots, with its colorful mountains, ancient rock art, and traditional crafts. Argentina's diverse climates and landscapes offer something for every traveler. Whether you're a nature enthusiast or aficionado, this country promises an unforgettable journey. And no discussion of Argentina would be complete without mentioning its football culture. But that's a story for another scene. Stay tuned. Argentina, the home of football legends like Messi and Maradona. This country breathes football. It's not just a game here. It's a way of life, a cultural phenomenon that transcends the boundaries of the field. The passion, the intensity, the sheer love for the sport is something you have to experience to truly understand. The rivalry between the Boca Juniors and River Plate, two of the country's most successful clubs, is legendary. This isn't just about two teams battling it out on the pitch. It's about pride, identity, and a sense of belonging that's deeply ingrained in the nation's psyche. The games between these two teams are more than just matches. They are events that captivate the entire nation, and sometimes the world. This passion for football is just a part of Argentina's unique neighborhood system and social norms. Each neighborhood in Buenos Aires has its own rules and charm. Buenos Aires, the cosmopolitan capital of Argentina, is a city of neighborhoods, each one with its distinct character, culture, and social norms. Start with Palermo, known for its lush parks, trendy boutiques, and bustling nightlife. Here, the social norm is all about being seen in the latest fashion, dining in chic eateries, and enjoying the city's vibrant culture. It's not uncommon to see locals and tourists alike strolling the streets late into the night, enjoying the city's lively energy. Next, there's San Telmo, the oldest neighborhood in Buenos Aires. Here, the cobblestone streets and colonial buildings give off an air of nostalgia. The social norm in San Telmo is steeped in tradition, from the Sunday antique market to the impromptu tango performances on the street corners. The locals have a deep respect for their history and heritage, and it's reflected in every aspect of their daily lives. Then there's Recoleta, known for its French-style architecture and the famous Recoleta Cemetery. This neighborhood exudes elegance and sophistication. Here, the social norm is about refinement and high culture, with art galleries, upscale boutiques, and quaint cafes dotting the streets. The residents of Recoleta pride themselves on their refined tastes and cultured lifestyle. On the other side of the spectrum is La Boca, a working-class neighborhood known for its brightly colored buildings and the famous football club, Boca Juniors. The social norm here is grounded in community and camaraderie, with neighbors often gathering to watch football, matches, or partake in vibrant street festivals. Despite the economic hardships, the spirit of La Boca is undeniably infectious. These neighborhoods, though vastly different, are all part of the complex fabric of Buenos Aires. They each have their unique rules and social norms, shaped by their history, culture, and the people who live there. And it's this diversity that makes Buenos Aires such a fascinating city to explore. Argentina, A country of contrasts, from its wealthy past to its current challenges, remains a fascinating place to explore.